Shalom. This is Truth is Everlasting, Lion's Den. I am Yahweh Sop. I camp out with Lion Den, Hawan Ben Joshua Water in Jacksonville, Florida. But first, I'd like to give a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the archons, and to the women and children around the world in Paleo Hebrew language. Kal Halayim La, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ha Rokah Kodash Mahamah, in the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit and holy and in truth. Double honors to the 144,000 chosen elect. Double honors to the apostle of GMS. Double honors to the apostle of Lions Den Camp. Salutation to the archons who are on the four corners of the earth, and to the women's and children's Shalom. Well, I didn't find it popped up on the phone. Kyle Schwab has something to say. It says here, welcome to the New World Order digital prison. Right? I mean, things are getting closer, things are getting crazier, right? And by next week, right? A lot of people are not getting snapped, so things are going to get chaotic. Okay, the title of this lesson, Change is Coming, right? Is unstoppable. I'll play a little bit of it, and then I'll go into scripture. Here we go.
Our satellite time is running out. What wonderful opportunity to conclude our week here with such concrete proposals and ideas of how we can really create, I would say, a new world order.
The lust to control other human beings is a story as old as time. There's a very strong drift in the direction of globalization, of the ultimate centralization of control in the hands of unelected officials at supranational organizations.
They want all of the resources of the world in their pocket.
The bigger picture is that an attempt is underway now to collapse liberal democracy and replace it with global technocracy.
This is a coup. They're saying we can control with rules. We don't need currency anymore.
It's like an inverted prison. You are supposedly free to roam about, but everything you want to access is behind lock and key.
The potential for social control is gigantic and potentially irreversible.
They plan to commandeer land, reduce farming, and radically change the food we eat, transform the supply of electricity, and then dictate how we use it, and replace currency with a system of credits.
All three strategies are built on the premise of a climate crisis caused by carbon dioxide.
I do not think there's a climate crisis, and I base that on all the evidence and the climate data sets that we build to answer questions just like that. The government is very clear that they want a catastrophic story.
There is no single science paper that proves conclusively that humans control all or most of the global climate.
Europe's mad dash towards net zero is effectively economic suicide. Politicians are purposely impoverishing ordinary people, purposely deindustrializing Europe.
It's just tremendous amount of damage in the name of saving the planet. It does make you ask, what is it we're actually saving if we're paving it over?
Let me stop it right there. You know, since they don't look into scripture, because they are not called in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to get these understandings, right? But we who are called, the so-called Negros, Latino Americans, and speckled birds, we know this is the hand of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, moving the chessboard closer and closer for the end of this corrupted, wicked kingdom to go bye-bye, right? But also the test, the biggest test, right, that we have to take to see who are going to stay loyal and faithful unto death in the name of Yahweh Shai, or given to this corrupted digital prison system. I want to go to 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Yahweh Shai, that everyone may receive the things done in his body, according to that he has done, whether it be good or bad. Right? Now, you know, a lot of our people, us as well, you know, we're going to be ending up being homeless. And what a coincidence that what's his name, the Orange Man, President Trump, did an executive order that if you're homeless, you're a criminal, right? Because you don't have no right to receive anything if you don't want to participate in the belief system game that they want you. You know, they want everyone to participate. So, yeah, a lot of people are going to leave the city, but they're not going to make it easy for you to leave because they don't want you to go into the woods, right? They don't want you to live off the woods because we ain't going to have no choice. We're going to have to put our faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to feed us, to shelter us, and protect us, okay? Verse 17, therefore, if any man be in Yahweh Shai, he is a new creature. All things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. See, and the Edomites don't want you to go into the new world order of Yahweh Shai. They want you to go into their new world order of wickedness, not of righteousness, right? Of artificial. I want to go to Romans. Give me a minute. Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good, that acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Right? And, you know, when you be looking at these other YouTubes or TikToks, are people, you know, that are living off SNAP, you know, welfare, announcing, right? Making it known that they're going to go into the stores and steal, right? And if anybody gets in the way, they're going to get hurt. Because they don't know the word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you know, they are already marked, right? They already shown their faces. They already made the statement. See? So they're going to, you know, they're going to be taken, well, from, you know, when ICE comes around, right? ICE is going to be watching them, and the police and the National Guards, right? So things are going to get pretty bad and pretty ugly out there, okay? I want to go to Ezekiel. Give me a minute. Chapter 36, verse 26. A new heart also would I give you, a new spirit, and I will put within you, and I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh. You know, some of us are going to be taken out, alive, right? But we will receive a new body, perfect body, right? That will never get old, never die, never get sick. And the new spirit with spiritual powers, Superman powers, okay? So things are moving fast, and yeah, by next week, things are going to move much, much faster. I want to go to Jeremiah 32, verse 39. And, you know, our people got to understand that all this is being done because they're going to bring in the, not only the cashless society, we all know that, but they're going to, you know, that's not going to work, okay? Because the way things are going, a lot of people are going to say, you know, hell no. But they're going to mandate the MOTV, right? You can throw the phone away, or you can say you forgot or it broke, but when they bring in that mandate where they want to have to put, you know, they're going to want to put that, potato chip inside, to turn you into a cyborg, right? And you got to remember they're doing it because they want you to, fight Yahweh Shai when he comes back with the host of angels. Jeremiah 32, verse 39. And I will give them one heart and one way, that they may fear me forever, for the good of them and for their children after them. Verse 40. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them, that I will not turn away from them to do them good, but I will put my fear in their hearts and their mind, that they shall not depart from me. See? So he's coming back to claim those that have been called, those that have been chosen, right? Which is going to be 144,000 chosen elect, all men, right? Which I hope and pray I'm one of them, and then 1/3 of men, women, and children. Okay? I want to go to Isaiah chapter 43. 43, verse 19. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. So, these Edomites think that they're going to be able to stop, control the mass of people that are going to leave out of the cities that will, I'm not going to go for the Cassius, what they call it, the ID thing, right? Because seeing that they are going to control, there's going to be no more money, right? Banks are going to be closing down. So, our people who trust in Yahweh Shah, we're going to go back into the wilderness, right? Because we have no choice. We're going to follow the Spirit, right? Not the Edomites. And he will, guide us a way to have food, shelter, right? Water. This is the test of faith. Revelation chapter 21. Yep. How strong and big is your faith? Chapter 21, verse 7. He that overcomes shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. Woo! You see? The word overcome, it doesn't mean that, if you can make it out alive. Okay? Because what these Edomites are about to unleash is not just national guards, it's not just martial law, but it's also high-tech technology, right? So we hold on to the faith in the name of Yahweh Shai unto death. He's the only one that can save us. He's the only one that can bring us back from the dead. I want to jump to already 21. I want to jump to verse 5. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. It's a done deal, right? It's not what the Edomites keep saying, right? That they're going to rule the world and they're going to live forever, right? No. Their kingdom is coming to an end, and they know it, right? So they're going to go high under the bunkers, those cities under the grounds that they have. I'm going to leave it with Hebrew chapter 13. Give me a minute. Verse 8. Oops, what I saw here. Give me a minute. Okay. Verse 8. Yahweh Shai said yesterday and today and forever. Okay? Well, he said. He said that to remember, in verse 7, remember them which have the rule over you, who have spoken unto you the words of Yahweh Bashin Yahushai, whose faith follows concerning the end of their conversation. And what's the end of the conversation? That Yahweh Shai is true forever and ever. He's coming back to take over the earth and remove this wicked kingdom from the face of the earth and put the Edomites out of power, right? And put them into slavery for all the wickedness they have committed for 1,000 years. And then after that, he's going to be removing them permanently. They will not be living no more. I hope that this was edifying, and with that, I say Shalom.